As I'm getting older, chip upon my shoulder, rolling through life, you roll over and die. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh.
Hey guys, it's Streed, and today I'm going to be reviewing Jim Henson's The Song of the Cloud Forest. This has always been a cherished piece of my childhood. I first discovered this special via the 2010 DVD release The Song of the Cloud Forest and Other Earth Stories, which also introduced me to the Animal Show and the very fourth episode of Fraggle Rock I ever watched. I still remember all those nights at 4 to 6 a.m. when I'd watch this and feel an immense sense of comfort. Watching it now, nothing has changed. I still deeply love this special and consider it one of Henson's most underrated works of art. It's a shame how little this film is discussed. It deserves so much more appreciation from Henson heads. Onto the strengths, I've never seen a film with such a distinct visual style. It almost looks like a trippy storybook. It's so vibrant and elegant. All the characters are so beautiful and colorful. It's a real splendor to look at. Despite a good majority of the special using green screens, I didn't mind it at all. It may not be for everyone, but its visual style is genuinely idyllic to me. There's an atmosphere of coziness, comfort, and nostalgia. For the uninitiated, the term I coined nostalgia is in reference to a work of media, mainly film or television, first viewed at night. So nighttime adds to the piece of media's atmosphere, and this is definitely one of those specials. The songs present here are very catchy and fun. I don't know how they did it, but they managed to make animal sounds the jauntiest tune I've ever heard. There's another song, Munching Forest, where Robin, played masterfully by Jerry Nelson, warns the other creatures of man's destructive nature. This is probably the only time in the special when man's destruction is conveyed, but not in a preachy sense, thankfully, as this is where many environmental films and shows often fail. They portray humanity itself as a cancer. Here, the uprights are feared by the creatures, but they're portrayed to us as regular people who are merely misled. The song portrays humans as ravenous eaters who consume everything they see, and with an animal's perspective, that does make sense. I love the creative choice to show the people as carnivorous, faceless beings as well. Again, it tells you how these creatures perceive us. Milton's a very likable protagonist as well. I'd go so far as to say this is perhaps Dave Goelz's second best role below Boober. Milton's a timid, shy, yet kind-hearted and lovable character. Goelz brings such a vulnerable, sentimental charm to Milton in a way I don't think any other actor really ever could. His tearful song, There Was a Time, has always made me cry. Most of the special is seeing him deal with the existential implications of extinction. That's not easy for anyone to bear, and this song conveys the hopelessness and despair he feels for a species seemingly coming to an end. It's a refreshing take that bodes well with the environmental message of the special, focusing on a creature on the verge of extinction dealing with the reality of the situation. Luckily, however, Milton's dinky little song soothes the heart of the uprights and the female golden toad is released. I actually learned something new about this special that I wasn't privy to before. Apparently there's a lot of religious symbolism present here. It's subtle, but it's definitely there. I discovered that the working title for the special was Milton's Paradise Lost, which is named after John Milton's poem Paradise Lost, a parable about Adam and Eve's excommunication from the Garden of Eden. This title was changed, of course, but there's a line spoken by Art the Aardvark where he mentions its title in reference to Milton's possible extinction. So the special is implicating that if Milton's captured, his paradise, the forest, will be lost, and it'll have drastic effects on the ecosystem. There's also a line by Louise where she mentions the rainforest feels like church. All these years, I've never picked up on the religious symbolism, but it's fascinating to learn. I commend the writer David Young for including this detail in such a subtle, meaningful way. Fun fact, David Young wrote one of Fraggle Rock's greatest episodes, The River of Life, which was also featured on the Cloud Forest DVD. As for the weaknesses, I only have one criticism. The special is near perfection, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention its poorly aged effects. It doesn't bother me in the slightest, but you can tell this was made on a low budget from all the green screens and how the puppets look. To me, this enhances the film's unique style, but I can definitely understand how people could take issue with it. Overall, the Song of the Cloud Forest is an evocative, briskly paced special about the preservation of God's creatures and the environment. I'm going to rate this a 9 out of 10. Well guys, that was the review, and I will see you all next time.